new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? Try them all now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. Copyright 2026, The Coca-Cola Company. Sprite is a registered trademark of The Coca-Cola Company.
Study.
And play. Come together on a Windows 11 PC.
And for a limited time, college students get
The best
of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This summer, serve up the Cookout Classics, Heinz Ketchup, and Kraft Singles. Every good burger needs a layer of perfectly melty cheese and thick, rich ketchup. We all know it's not a cookout without Heinz and Kraft.
Matt,
Hi.
we say this every time, but for the listening audience, zero time has passed.
Zero time.
For you and I, it's been like a couple months since we sat down.
It's true. Yeah, we did a whole bunch of recording. Well, we haven't, for the listening audience, Matt and I have not spoken since we recorded all of the Mandatory Fun episodes, which was, at the very beginning of this year, very end of last year. So yeah, that
was our June experiment.
Yes, it was.
Or
it was.
January.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, you had, I would say that 2025 into a little bit of 2026 was among some of the busiest, weedest time since we've done this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, all of this 25th anniversary touring for the first record, it was 2025 technically was the year, but then it spilled into 2026, and we just finished it. Yeah, I mean, it was a singular tour that really went for over a year for us, and it was a lot. It was great. I mean, it was amazing. We went all over the place, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the UK, of course. Like it was really great, but we are excited for a little break. And that's what we are in right now. I'm, of course, not a break because now I'm back here to talk about important other things. I can finally get to the real work.
I do have to ask the one question that I feel obligated to ask every time that you've been on tour. A lot of Weird Algorithm fans showing up at the shows.
Still
and
everywhere
greeting
I
you.
go. And then I even a shout out to one. Of course, I'm going to forget names. I apologize. But one person who actually sent me a message on Instagram just to say that they unfortunately tried to and failed to say hi to me after a show in, I think it was Vancouver, specifically because they wanted to talk about Weird Algorithm. So I'm sorry to that person. Who I was not able to meet. I guess they at the end of the show they hustle people out pretty fast, and I missed them. But yeah, no, that they are out there in Canada most recently. Can confirm in Australia. Can confirm in New Zealand as well. Yeah, it's crazy. People. I mean, we knew people loved Al all over the world.
Yes,
but it's encouraging to see people who are showing up at shows just to talk about this little podcast. It's awesome. It is really, really awesome. So thank you to anyone who has come up to me at a Weeda show and mentioned the show. You are never. I always remember, and I appreciate it so much. It's great.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned this little show because here we are. It's the end of May.
Yeah,
we have covered all of Al's albums.
Yes, all of his studio discography, I guess, is the right way to describe it, right?
Yeah, that's the right way to do it. So the question on everybody's mind is like, what is happening next for the show? You and I have gone through a couple different ideas. Here's what I'm going to promise the listeners. I believe that we are going to continue as a weekly podcast until episode 250, by my count. And what we're going to be doing is back and forth. At one point, the plan was that for the next however many episodes, we were going to do all of Al's TV appearances year by year. That is a big undertaking in
Yes.
Al's post music career. So, for the sake of the audience giving a crap and for our energy's sake, I've mixed it up just a little bit. So, just to give you guys a rough idea of like what you can expect, we're doing this episode right now on Adventure Time.
Yes.
Next week, we're going to talk about a track on the Medium Rarities album that we've never gotten around to. Then we're going to talk more TV shows. Then we're going to celebrate an anniversary in Matt Milligan's life that pertains to this podcast.
Aha.
Then we'll go back to television. So it's going to be kind of like TV, music, and/or topic, TV, music, and/or topic to basically get us all caught up. And then at that point, we have all these other ideas for content and shows where we will probably go to a bi-weekly, more of just a Weird Al fan cast, but we will be on the ready for whenever a new Al song drops for us to like discuss,
Absolutely, or
analyze,
possibly
and rank.
on the or possibly waiting for interview opportunities, the chances to talk to
Yes.
people about Al. Like we're gonna stay open to all of that kind of stuff, and yeah, I mean we're gonna find ways. I'm actually at this point, again, Matt Kelly and I sometimes are telling you things we've talked about, and sometimes we're just talking about it ourselves in these moments. But
Yeah.
I'm also having this experience now where I feel like I'm sitting in the car, I'm driving somewhere, and I just keep thinking of like, oh, we could do that. Like what if we went back and did this? And it's just like a lot of things like that. Like we will find ways to keep this fun and interesting. But
it's worth saying also, coming January 2027, if you loved what we did with song by song breakdowns and rankings, we're going to be doing that with another band that is near and dear to Matt and I think we've landed on it's going to be Weezer. I think
Yes.
it's almost definitely going to be Weezer, not chronologically, but alphabetically. We're going to go through Weezer's catalog,
Yes.
which, talk about a whole other undertaking, was just building the master list of what songs we consider
Yes.
official Weezer releases.
Matt
I
Kelly,
think at one
we've already had our first debate going over these lists of what counts. If you go certain places and look up, Weezer, or if you're just looking at credited Rivers Cuomo songs, there's like thousands.
There's thousands
It's
and
way
thousands.
too many. So we're in the process of making a plan. Other than having very close letters in the alphabet, maybe people listening to this who are Weird Al fans don't have much opinion or thought about Weezer, but not just because of your two co-hosts here. I would still encourage people. Like, I think Weezer they're not Weird Al. They're not, no one's Weird Al. But they are a really, really interesting band and a fun band. And I don't know, I actually, as we go into that show, I'm going to very sincerely, and I'm not just saying this, like I would encourage Al fans to give it a shot and take a dive with us and listen to this band, because there are really some moments that I think border on Weird Al's level of like, wow, what a wild choice that was for you to make.
What a decision.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you want to hear an early version of this Weezer podcast, the other thing I can tell you is that Matt and I are probably going to start tackling that after the summer is over.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a member of our Patreon, patreon.com/Weird Algorithm, I believe that it's either Weird Algorithm or Weird Algorithm Podcast. Either way, it's linked in our show notes.
There
so just
you
click
go.
the link in the show notes. We're going to start dropping those episodes as I record and edit them in our Patreon. So you might get like the first 2 months of that podcast before the feed is even established for people to subscribe
That's perfect.
anywhere else.
You guys can do a dive with us. You can become like secret Weezer fans. No one will even know that you've just come on board the train, because you're going to be ahead of the curve with us on the Patreon.
Yes. Now, what are we talking about today? Adventure Time. I've got to give credit to Matt here because he was 100% right. Originally, I was going to lump this into a pile of TV episodes, and Matt was the one that was like, I think Al's character like is the focal point of every episode that he shows up in. So I sent you this master list, and there are 3 episodes where Al is listed as the voice
Yes.
talent. There was a list of other episodes. I didn't bother watching them. I'm not sure if you bothered to watch them. I think it's just the Banana Man drawn in crowd scenes, or like
I think
he's
it's
just kind of
basically
there.
just background extra moments, maybe a word or two here or there, but he's not like the episode is not centered around the Banana Man character.
Yes, but
as they
there
are in
are
this.
three.
Yes.
There are three that were. So that's what we dove into. Right before we dive into these episodes, I just am curious what your Adventure Time knowledge base is, because mine's quite rudimentary.
Yeah,
if
no,
I'm being
mine
honest.
is too. It's a show I've known about for years. I mean, I actually, like, doing a little bit of research, I was struck by, like, wow, this show has been on. There's a lot of episodes. There's spin-off series. There's, like,
Yep.
I mean, I knew it was popular, but I think I didn't fully appreciate how enormous this show actually is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think
I've
I've
seen
seen little
bits and
pieces
pieces.
of it. Exactly,
Yeah.
same. But I've not
And
sat
I've
down
always
and watched.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, we've talked about this before, where there's certain things where the sheer volume of it is just too much now. And I think Adventure Time's somewhere at like 300 episodes or close to it. I'm like, that's just so many. Even if they're like 10-minute shorts like
Yes.
these are, they're 2 episodes smashed together. It's just like, wow, there's so much content out there.
So
And
much.
I'm friends with someone who wrote for it. So it's like, I
wow.
should have really watched it and I didn't. But here we go.
I would
Let's
say
start with this.
just to chime in one more thing, there's 2 more actual like Adventure Time spin-offs that are actively right now being made. There have been 3 different Adventure Time series so far. There's 2 more still coming. Like, it's cool to say, and actually I don't know enough about the lore of Adventure Time to know it's possible, but like, is there a chance that more Al will pop up in this show still in the future? I think there is.
I think there is. I also feel like the 3rd and final episode almost feels like a wrap on Banana Man.
kind of does.
In a
It
lot
kind
of
of does,
ways.
yeah.
Yeah. But all right. So we start with season 3, The New Frontier.
Yes.
And in this particular episode, oh my God, I'm blanking on the name of the dog. I know Finn. Crap.
Oh.
What is the dog's name?
It's Jake. Well, it's Jake and Finn.
Jake and Finn. So
Yes.
Jake has a dream in which he dies. And apparently this is a big deal in the world of Adventure Time. It's your croak dream. It's the
dream.
the moment where you realize that this is how you're going to die.
I love the
And
term
in
croak
this-
dream.
In this dream, he is in outer space with the Banana Man, and he runs out of air. And at a certain point, there is a moment of animation where I'm like, oh, that is some Ren and Stimpy animation with Jake's face literally goes almost into a Ren Hoek.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, when he's like struggling to breathe and that. Yeah. I mean, we said it before when we were talking about our not friend John Kay.
Yes.
How, despite all of the unfortunate sides of John Kay, like, boy, I mean, what an influential person. Like, I mean, the Ren and Stimpy mark on animation is still very, very strong.
very strong.
It's amazing.
Now, Finn is very upset at the idea that his best buddy Jake might be dying at any second. Jake is like, hey, you can't mess with fate, right?
Yeah, this dog is really, really okay with dying, like right
He's
away. And this poor
truly
kid, I
okay
mean,
with
this is it's funny. I forgot because I don't know, Matt, maybe you feel the same as me about this. I remember when I was a kid, there was this sense of like, with animation, like there were kids animated shows and there were adult animated shows, and they were just separate things. And
Yeah.
now I feel
Now
like that
they're
line
kind of
is a lot
blended.
blurrier, right? Than it used to
Yeah.
be. Because this is, so much of this feels very kid focused. It feels like it's for a younger audience, but this is an entire, like, it's dark too. Like, this is a
It's-
whole episode about death, and not only death, but about like this dog being like, will you please just let me die? Like, leave me alone and let me die. It's like, whoa, right away.
Well, and I don't know if you know this aspect of it, and I could be butchering this, but I think it started as a fan theory, and then eventually the creators were like, yes, that is correct, that the show takes place after a nuclear holocaust. Like, these are the remnants of destruction.
So the one thing
which,
I didn't say at the top, I didn't watch all of the like Banana Man episodes, but the one thing I did for myself is I watched episode 1 because
Okay.
I thought, maybe this is going to give me some context for the show. No.
No.
It just
No.
drops you right into this universe. There's no explanation for what's going on because this is a weird, surreal world where insane things happen all the time. Like there's like full on like shape shifting and people change. There's monsters, and we're just
it's
here
out there.
Yeah, we're just here.
So there, I wrote down a couple lines. Jake is like, you don't have to worry about this, Finn. Like, I died with a Banana Man. I don't know no Banana Man. And then as soon as he says that, there's a knock at the door and Banana Man is outside
Yeah.
the house. And this causes Finn to really have a meltdown. Jake, again, is totally laid back. He's like, hey, man, why don't we just eat some ice cream pizza together? And this is so gross. It's 2 slices of pizza with just scoops of ice cream in between, like a pie, just dripping everywhere.
Yeah.
But Jake is like, no, we got to get ahead of your croak. We got to deal with this banana man now so that you don't die. So they go to his house, and this is where we start to hear Al's voice as the banana man. For the first 2 minutes, Al's voiceover is just him making workout noises.
He's doing aerobics with the TV. There's this really
so
funny.
Uncomfortable.
I love the shot of Banana Man, and also we haven't described, like, this is not a full banana. This is like the tip of a banana with the peel still attached, almost like it's like a coat.
Yeah.
And just this very small, like, baby face kind of look. And in his house, they're spying on him in his house. And there's like a little TV. And on the TV, the only thing there is like a little clay figure, like doing aerobic moves back and forth. And he's just following with the aerobic moves. And as he's doing it, he's going like, "Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah." It's great.
But then as they're at Banana Man's house, Jake sees the spaceship from his dream. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go climb up in there. Finn is trying to stop him, and he says, "Careful, man, I want to be alive for my croak," which is such a perfectly delivered line. And I wrote this down because, like I said, I've probably seen like 10 episodes of Adventure Time before this. But there is this heart-to-heart moment between Jake and Finn for like 30 seconds smack in the middle of this episode.
Yeah.
I got emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Finn's like, I don't know what to do if I don't have my best friend in my life. And Jake's like, dude, I understand that. That's going to be really tough. Now let go of me because it's time for me to cry.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean,
my God.
there's some real life going on in here.
But Jake gets into the spaceship. Banana Man walks out, sees that they're messing with his spaceship, and they accidentally light a fuse to a bunch of dynamite, which Al delivers the brilliant line, "There's not enough boomstickles in the stickle hole."
Yeah, there's not enough boomsticks in the stick hole for the stick hole to boom or something. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the ship's not ready to take off yet.
Yeah, so
But Jake is convinced it's time. He's got to go.
He's convinced it's time. He's like, "Banana Man, you got to get up here. We got to complete the croak." But what happens instead is that they blow a hole into the universe and everything falls underground. Finn dives in after Jake. Everybody should be fine. Jake is the one that's actually drowning in this, and Jake comes and saves Finn. Banana Man saves himself. No one cares about Banana Man.
No one cares.
And then we get the revelation of why he came to their house in the first place was like, I just wanted some sugar. I just needed to borrow some sugar. Which
Yeah.
also made me chuckle quite a bit.
Yeah.
We don't get a ton of it. This is probably the one that we get the least amount of Al's actual voiceover.
Yeah, which is
And he
interesting.
has-
Again, for the first guest feature for him, he does very little.
Yeah, he has a couple lines. But this was, all in all, this was a fine episode. Probably my least favorite of the 3 that we watched.
Yeah, probably. I mean, again, it's just like this sort of setup episode. I mean, conceptually, I really liked it. I thought it was a really fun, just as a show. I'm like, wow, this is a really interesting idea. It's dark, but it's like smart. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And again, I love the idea of the croak dream. Like, that's just such a funny term.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Whatever your thing, it could be anything. Canva helps you make that thing a thing. Canva is a simple online tool thing. It's a way to design with our magic AI tool things. You can social media your thing, generate images or videos of your thing, make decks for presentations to show your thing. Whatever needs to be done for your thing, Canva can make it an even better and bigger thing. Canva, the thing that makes anything a thing.
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come experience the beauty that awaits in Scotland. The sweep of wild coastlines, quiet lochs, and untamed landscapes. Fresh cuisine that feels rooted in the land. Come experience the kind of stillness that stays with you long after you leave. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/visit Scotland.
Everyone knows that unexplainable it factor, that smile that lights up a room, that wow. Well, it doesn't happen by itself. There's chemistry behind the charisma. Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste removes 15 years of deep-set stains when you brush twice daily for 2 weeks. How? The clinically proven formula is powered by Colgate's hydrogen peroxide complex. It works at the molecular level to gently dissolve stains deep within the enamel where your brush can't reach. It's proof that daily routine can be remarkable. That's the science of wow. Colgate Optic White.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
We're making an ad.
Napping ad.
I hear that Gary Sinise is free.
Oh, okay, great.
He hasn't worked since 2020.
So, what would be the script that we would have Gary Sinise say for the Napping Through Happy Hour podcast?
Listen to this damn show. Damn it.
The Napping Through Happy Hour podcast brought to you by Geekscape.
Real life, real drama, real time.
I'm Gary Sinise.
That's the ad. That's the ad. That's the ad.
So the second episode we watched is from season 5 called We Fixed the Truck. To me, if the first episode was my least favorite, this was by far my favorite.
Agreed.
This episode is the right level of chaos. Like we said for the previous episode, like supposedly this is all a post-nuclear fallout world, which explains the excitement of Jake finding a car. He's like, I found a truck. I found a truck, but the truck won't work. And they decide that the person that they have to call is Banana Man.
Because he built a rocket. They're like, oh, he knows mechanics.
He knows mechanics. And I do love that this is like 2 seasons later, and he immediately shows up and he's like, hey, guys, I was so excited when you called me. I hadn't heard from you since you blew up my rocket and destroyed everything.
And they're like, yeah, that's right. Great.
Yeah, like just totally owning the serialization of this wacky show.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I see the problem. The top of your engine is gone. And they start building this engine. This is where we meet their like little video game character. Is it Bimmo?
They pronounce it Bimmo, but it's just BMO.
Yeah, Bimmo.
I assume he got introduced somewhere between seasons 3 and 5.
Yeah, Bimmo is so funny in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
So Bimmo is helping out with everything and is able to answer all of Banana Man's questions to the point that he says, very good, have a good gold star, dear. And he puts a little gold star on her computer screen. So everyone goes to bed. And, before that, actually, we get a Weird Al song. He sings a Best Friends song.
He does.
And it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
it's not the best song he's ever done for a kid's show.
As soon as
but
Al started singing, I was like, oh boy, here we go. Let's go.
So he sings a song about being best friends and hanging out with his best friends. And I think we're starting to get a little bit more of Banana Man's lore, that he is a very lonely Banana Man.
Yes, it's a sad situation.
But they work pretty hard on the truck. They all decide to go to bed and come back and work on it more. But Bimmo just can't stop thinking about it. So she puts on some conspiracy radio and just keeps working throughout the night while listening to the night shift radio show. And eventually Banana Man also shows up in the middle of the night because he can't stop thinking about fixing the truck.
Yes.
So they build this truck, and while Bimmo is listening to the radio, the one thing that they bring up is that Princess Bubblegum has been replaced with a lizard person, which feels like such a throwaway line, but boy, is it not. So the next morning, the truck is ready to go, so they're going to drive around and show off their kick-ass truck.
I also love, Mr. Banana, Banana Man, excuse me. Please.
Mr. Banana is
that
his
was
father.
Disrespectful. I apologize. That's a whole other thing. It gets fixed, and he immediately has the line. He was like, I fixed it. Are we best friends yet? Like, he's just desperate to become friends with these people by fixing their truck. It's a very sad situation.
So he's driving around, and this is where we see probably the most chaotic trolling of the entire show, but a female banana guard.
Oof, yeah.
Just a wild choice. But they pull up, and they're just like, hey, our banana friend really likes you, and he's good with mechanics, so you should go say hi to him sometime.
I know,
if you want.
They encourage Banana. They encourage Banana Man to talk to her himself. He's like, "Oh no, I couldn't possibly." And then they do a real sleazy pitch. They're like, "Check out my friend here. If you're interested, you know where to find him." And then they drive away. It was like, "Oh my god, is that going to work?" And I guess it kind of does. Yeah.
So they drive into town, and everybody's chasing Princess Bubblegum. And they're like, why is everyone chasing Princess Bubblegum? And Bimbo's like, because she's been replaced by a lizard person.
Yeah.
And Jake's like, you got to stop listening to your conspiracy shows, which a message for America right now in 2026.
I was going to say, but then watch out.
Well, yes, because then they save Princess Bubblegum. And I love how much shit is on this truck. Like the flatbed has a table. They're able to cook tea and pour tea
it's a
for
great
people.
Truck.
It's
we
an
also didn't
amazing
talk
truck.
about they named the truck Hot Daniel.
Yeah.
He, when they first find the truck, he's like, I found this truck. I'm going to call it Hot Daniel. I don't know why. That really made me laugh.
That is pretty funny. But then the twist is Princess Bubblegum is like, all these people are chasing me and they think I'm some type of lizard person. And Bimbo just holds up a bug and says, eat this bug. And Princess Bubblegum's tongue fires out and eats the bug.
resist.
And immediately she turns into a lizard person.
She cannot resist.
After they destroyed lizard person version of her, the real Princess Bubblegum comes out of the sewers, having escaped the underground lizard people, and tries to warn everybody, but they're like, hey, we've already taken care of it. But unfortunately, Hot Daniel takes a hit there. But things are looking up for Banana Man because Sexy Guard comes over to start talking to him. Unfortunately, and this is probably my favorite line of all the episodes we watched, she goes, yeah, I need to talk to you because there ain't enough peel on your nanner, so you're getting arrested for public indecency.
Yes, that's the way that they stop. We skipped over the way that they stop the lizard creature who has taken over the princess is they take Banana Man's peel off and put it under the tire of their own vehicle, which makes it spin out and crash. So Hot Daniel is dead, and at the end, Banana Man is left peelless,
naked,
and gets arrested for indecent exposure.
Poor Banana Man. Hopefully things will look up to him in this final
hopefully.
episode.
I mean, all he wanted was a friend, and he wound up getting really. That's a tough situation.
Yeah. Well, season 7, we get President Porpoise is missing.
Oh boy.
Which starts with Jake and Finn. They're playing video games on Bimbo, and then I love this video game has been interrupted for a news broadcast.
Yes, I love that.
So funny. It's so strange and weird, but I love it. President Porpoise is missing, which means that the much hated Vice President Blowfish will take office if President Porpoise isn't found soon. Jake is like, he's my buddy. Him and I FaceTime all the time. Like, he's got to be. I know that something nefarious happened with Vice President Blowfish. And they're like, you know who we need to call because he's got a submarine is Banana Man. And then Banana Man is just curled up in their corner, ready to go. And he goes, they said, why are you in our house? And he says, sometimes I get lonely and need to hear the sounds of people talking.
This poor character, man. He's just, all he wants is to hang out with these guys, and they are just not interested.
No one is interested. But a bunch of people are interested in going underwater because a few different characters show up, including the king that's voiced by Tom Kenny.
Yes.
Which always love a Tom Kenny.
Some great voice acting in this show.
For sure. And actually another show that we're going to be talking about later has a very impressive voice cast as well. But Banana Man is like, you can use my submarine, the SS Inquisitive, which also just made me smile and chuckle. But they crash land where the government of the underwater is happening, and they're getting ready to name Vice President Blowfish the new president. But Jake and Finn are interrupting. They're confident that the Blowfish had something to do with this. They just know it. And while they're fighting with everybody, Banana Man just gets out of his submarine to go try to solve the mystery. And the other line I wrote down that I loved is he goes, "I'm out to look for clues. I wouldn't say no to company."
Yeah, him just quietly solving this whole thing by himself is really, really great.
But he walks off, and this is where he makes a friend. He's made an actual friend, a little female fish, and we get a second song from Al about his friendship with this fish.
Yeah.
The subplot of this Banana Man and the fish, though, becomes so weird because eventually, like, he thinks that she's taking him off to like find President Porpoise. And then, like, they go to this secluded spot, and he starts talking to her about the situation, and she says something along the lines of, like, "Oh, I don't really get involved in geopolitical conversation." Like, it's like she's just, like, politically apathetic to, like, what's happening under the sea. Again, the satire is subtle but strong. I'm seeing on Adventure Time.
Oh, yes, very much so.
And then the big reveal, President Porpoise just had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, that was it.
They just forgot.
He was like, "I told you about this." And for the octopus, he was like, "You put a reminder on your tentacle." And he keeps picking up all of his arms, and all of the last, it was like, "Oh, yeah, there it is."
Yeah, always the last one you check.
Always the last one, yeah.
And then this episode has what I described as a really weird non-ending, which is like everything's solved, and then it cuts to Jake and Finn inside the submarine, and they're like, I'm getting real nervous the Banana Man's not going to come back. Like, we're going to die. We don't have enough air in here.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Banana Man hanging out with his fish friend, and he says, "Hey, but it's better to die with a friend than die alone." Credits.
Like, I know. It's quite a weird ending. Like, oh my God. Is this the series finale? It's not, but yeah.
No, they go for, I think they went for like 6 more seasons after this, actually.
I love the fact the song that he sings in this one is called "Two Halves Make a Whole." It's actually specifically credited. I mean, I love the fact that they're getting Al to do these songs. I don't know how common it is for Adventure Time to have like just a song in the middle of it. I don't know if they're doing that just for Al.
So very.
Okay.
And the only reason I know that, I'll talk a little bit about my friend, and I should see if he would want to do an episode of the show next year. Mm-hmm. My friend Martin Olson was the main songwriter for Adventure Time.
Wow.
That was his like gig. His daughter voiced one of the characters, and he was a musical comedian in LA. He was actually, the people from Adventure Time come from the Rocko's Modern Life world, and he was a writer on Rocko's Modern Life. He actually wrote what I consider to be the best episode of Rocko's Modern Life. He wrote the Wacky Deli episode, which is like royalty in my house. But he, because of writing the songs for Adventure Time, he actually went on to write songs for a lot of cartoons. I think he did a bunch of Phineas and Ferb songs.
Nice.
And a few others. But he wrote the book, The Encyclopedia of Adventure Time, because he was a published author as well. So they're like, hey, you've already written these types of books before, you work on the show, so you already have the knowledge that's necessary for this. So there is like a book called The Encyclopedia of Adventure Time. It breaks down all the different characters and so on and so forth. But yeah, Martin Olson, his job has always been to write songs for the show. So I'm pretty sure if we were to check, he's probably the songwriter on both of the songs that Al sings on the show, which, I mean, that alone, we should have him on the show to talk about writing a song for Weird Al.
Writing a song that Al sang. I want to know that angle right now. I mean, I would happily revisit Adventure Time with that friend of yours if that's a possibility, because yeah, I'm fascinated by that. I mean, it's really fun. Again, as a show that I was aware of but never really saw. Like, I had a good time watching these episodes. Like, I probably don't feel motivated to like watch 16 seasons of it or whatever it is, like a crazy amount of content. But I enjoyed it, and I would absolutely watch more.
This is like one of those shows that
reappearance.
Yeah, if I went to someone's house and they had Adventure Time on the TV, I'd be feeling like, all right. Like, I'd be okay with that.
I really enjoyed like the handful of episodes, just sitting and watching them through. I forgot to mention this earlier. In the very first episode, a moment early on where I knew I was in good hands. Like, the first episode has a sort of zombie arc to it, where they accidentally make these people zombies. They have to cure them. And the very first zombie who appears and approaches, I think it's Jake, like grabs him, and they throw in a Bruce Campbell reference right away. The zombie grabs him and then just looks up and does the "Give me some sugar, baby."
Yeah.
And then they kick him off and run away. I was like, okay. I'm like, whoever made this show, I feel safe knowing that Knowing that this
They know their references.
currently features Bruce Campbell and will soon feature Weird Al, like these are my people. We're gonna be okay.
Well, and speaking of our people, our listeners here at Weird Algorithm, hey guys, we're going to talk about a Weird Al parody that we forgot about before we wrapped up everything. So stay tuned,
kind of,
for one more parody from Weird Al.
Oh yeah.
Did you know if your windows are bare, indoor temperatures can go up 20 degrees? Turn the temperature down with Blinds.com and get up to 50% off custom window treatments like solar roller shades and more during the Memorial Day mega sale. Whether you want to DIY it or have a pro handle everything, we've got you. Free samples, real design experts, and zero pressure. Just help when you need it. This is your last chance to shop up to 50% off site-wide during the Memorial Day mega sale at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.